What is going on, guys? My name is Dirk Deadeye, and this is episode 8 of the Harmless Bear podcast. I'm a little late doing my podcast. It's because, Battlefield 3 just came out, and I've been playing the shit out of it. I'm absolutely loving the game. I've been playing it on PC. I have the Xbox copy, but I popped it in and probably got 2 or 3 rounds, and I'm like, what is this massive, tiny resolution? What am I playing on? Fucking 640 by, it's 480 by 6, or 420 by 680, or I can't remember. It's been so long. But everything is like the GUIs, everything were like huge. So I'm just like, all right, fuck this. Popped in my PC. All right, fired up Origin and Battle Log, and before I went to a server, of course, I had to go and give a couple guys some hooah. Give them a hooah. Because I saw somebody got like a forward grip for their Scar H, and I was like, fuck yeah, man, hooah! And then this other guy, he just got a ribbon for like combat excellence, and I'm like, hooah! And this dude also like I remember this one guy, he joined my platoon, and I was like, oh, double hooah, hooah, hooah! Yeah, so, and I'm saying hooah because that's what it says. It's not or oorah, it's huh. You say huh. I know it's like heard, understood, and acknowledged or something. Like somebody's pretty sure somebody out there is going to be like, no, that's not how it works. But whatever. But the game is just, I like it a lot, and I was like on the fence about like Battle Log or whatever. I didn't really think it was a great idea, but I was like, but I was also on the fence about it because like a lot of people are out there saying, oh, what the fuck, man? We got in-game server browsers. It's just we've had them since back in the day. It's like, not really. I think like the first game that actually had in-game server browsers was like Unreal Tournament or something. And games work just fine. We would run the All-Seeing Eye or GameSpy, the original GameSpy, and it's just that's just how we did things. We plug in like what kind of match you want to play and like the ping. It's just like Battlelog. It's just like it. It's like old school days, man. And I kind of like it. I like it. Let me just while I'm doing this podcast, I'll just fire up a Battlelog right now. And the best thing about it is like, I guess a lot of PC gamers are antisocial or whatever because they just don't want to play with their friends. But like I see right now, like my friends online right now, I can just hop right in their server, no problem. Or I can party up, and then we can play, or I can click on the comm center here, and I can create a party and add these guys just like on console. And yeah, I have to wait till I actually load up the game to change my settings, but I don't really change my settings that often. I changed them once, and that was it, and I'm done. And what the fuck? I can wait, because like right now, like when you don't have to actually be in the game to change your settings around. You just hit escape at any time, and you can do it. Except like when you're watching the kill cam. I think that's the only time you can't do it. You have to watch the kill cam. But I don't know. I don't really think it's a big deal, and people just need to shut the hell up. Because we're just focusing on the negative. It's like, oh, I ain't got the browser, man. You gotta use Battlelog. But it's really not that bad. I mean, if you're whining about the RAM it takes to fire up Firefox, then just play on Xbox, because your PC's probably like from the 1920s. I mean, what the fuck? You playing on a calculator? You should at least have 4 gigs of RAM these days. I mean, I have 8, and that's enough. And any more than 8, you're just an idiot, by the way. But 8 gigs of RAM, and the 250-something megabytes of RAM I'm using to fire up Firefox, and maybe the 100 megabytes of RAM I'm using Origin, it's not going to hurt anything. I'm not losing frames per second because I'm using 300 megabytes of RAM on my client. They're not doing nothing. Like, it's really not using any of my system's resources. It's not a big deal. My biggest fear is gone. There is no advertisements on Battlelog, so that's cool. And it's actually promoting people to actually interact with each other. DICE is trying to be progressive. They're trying to do something new. They're trying to push the bounds. They're trying to push the envelope. They're trying to change things up. They're trying to shake the foundation of the FPS as we know it. They're trying to innovate. They're trying to do something new. And what I'm sick and tired of is all these fucking PC gamers, these arrogant, entitlement, oriented, just these pieces of shit that just sit around and say, like, they don't want anything new. They just want the same bullshit over, they just want the same old shit. And I don't know. I just praise these guys for trying something new. They're trying something new, and that hasn't been done quite yet, And it works. I mean, shit. It's the day after launch. I haven't had a single problem. I know there are people out there that are having problems with the game. It's probably technical. It's probably due to your computer or some unforeseen circumstance that just, I'm sorry, you were just having bad luck. But this is the smoothest launch of a game I have ever participated in. And Xbox works just fine, too. I didn't have any problems launching a couple of games of Xbox either. So, what the hell? And I said before, I will happily trade an in-game server browser for a server system or a server browsing system that actually works right out the gate and actually works. And this shit works. This is what the beta was all about. It fucking works. It works. It's fine. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, people just need to... God, I just wish people would just get over themselves and stop, just stop being so damn stubborn. Because once you stop, looking through the world through Bert's eyes, Bert from Sesame Street, once you get rid of that, that look on your face all the time, like, Battlelog, and actually embrace what they're trying to, give you. Because, like, even on PC, it's still kind of a pain in the ass to play with people, You got to tell them what server it is, and they got to look it up. And don't give me that bullshit about the Battlefield Bad Company 2 friends list thing, because I could never add friends on that thing. And it's still kind of a clunky interface. And how many friends can you have on there? And all right, Steam. You got me on Steam. I agree. But still, on the surface, this works just fine. This works just fine. I don't know. I like it a lot. And it's because, I don't know, I'm like, maybe I'm just tooting my own horn, maybe I'm being arrogant, but I'm just not a shit-eating fucking pessimist, that's all. So, but aside from that, guys, the gameplay's really good, the maps are huge and they're beautiful. The graphics are amazing. It's so nice. It's great, when you actually, all that money you spent on a PC, it's great when you're actually rewarded with something. And that's just some shitty-ass console port, that was just rushed out the gate just to appease a small sector of the market, Something, they actually took their time, put time and effort into this, this game just to show off what they could do, and that's just really nice. It's just really it's great, it's absolutely great. And also my the statement I made on my last podcast about the weapons unlocking a little bit slower now. Like they actually sped up the unlocks in the beta to just to get all those weapons in our hand to actually test them. That was true, and that was fucking bro of them to let us try it out and let us test it by doing that. I mean. Like I said, man, like this is these are the things like I think a lot of people are missing out on. They're not really they don't really see it because, like I said, they're so blighted. They're so fucking consumed by like all the negatives, like by just Battlelog. It's like fuck this game, Battlelog, and that's it. And then everything else is just gone. You just put on those sunglasses and you can't see the forest for the trees. You can't see anything because you're so upset about a fucking. An element of the game that just the door, like you don't like how the door looks, and it is kind of a pain in the ass when you jump out of the game and use Battlelog, but it takes just as long, at least on my PC. It takes just as long. And I don't really have my PC isn't amazing by any means. I have a Phenom quad-core 955 that's not overclocked, 8 gigabytes of G-Skill RAM, and a ATI, ATI 6950. I mean, it's not high-end. It's not top-end. It's almost high-end. But even before I upgraded my video card and everything, it's still, I mean, the game would just launch it was almost, it's pretty much the same as actually just running the game. You just have to fire it up. It adds a couple extra seconds, but whatever. It's fine. It works. It works as long as it works. Now, if this didn't work, I'd have a problem. I know I'm talking about Battlelog. I'm sorry. I'm just, I listen to podcasts and I read tweets, and these people are just so fucking ignorant. But yeah, they're hoisted into this pedestal, where everybody just, that's where everybody gets their information from. That's where everybody and it frustrates me to no end because these people they don't have a fucking clue about what they're talking about, and it just really makes me upset because maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about either, but I think I do. I think I have that little bit of I have that element of clarity and the experience and the time and the appreciation for these things that a lot of these people just completely fucking they just don't have. They're just completely void of it all, So where am I going with this? Oh my God! If I've to all of you guys that have made it through this 12 minutes of just complaining and yelling and bitching, thank you. We're gonna move on. So anyway, guys, Grand Theft Auto 5. They just finally revealed, after like out of nowhere too, like just boom, Grand Theft Auto 5. And it's just on the website. And that's all it is. It's just a screen. Just Grand Theft Auto, nothing. Trailer comes out November 2nd. I am pumped, man. I love Grand Theft Auto. Even though 4 wasn't the greatest of all games, actually, some people disagree. Some people think it's the best one. Other people don't really like it. Personally, I don't like it either. It's because San Andreas was so fucking epic that it's like, it's like playing... I don't know. It's like when you played Final Fantasy VII, and then you play Final Fantasy VIII, and you're like, "What the fuck is this? I don't want to play card games." I really like 7. A lot of people didn't like 7 because the graphics were really boxy and stuff. And I would sit there and say, "Well, it's because they didn't have very much room on the discs because of all the high rent, the really beautifully rendered backgrounds, and animations and stuff, the cutscenes, they had a cut corner somewhere. They had to, their pixel budget was fucked, like they only had so much room. So, but people don't want to listen to that, because they're fucking, I don't know, because they yell about Battlelog and stuff. See where I'm going with this? See, it's the same people that don't like Battlelog, But who knows? Maybe they'll pick it back up. I don't know. Like Grand Theft Auto 4 was a good game and everything, but I don't know. You just compared to San Andreas, it just it wasn't really my thing. I don't know. I was getting into it a little bit, and then I just quit caring about it. So, oh wait, I totally forgot I grabbed this article. I didn't even read it yet. Well, let's read it together. This was like an article I just found like right before I put up the podcast. So over at Kotaku.com, and I actually read the article. I paused the recording, read the article, and came back. I don't try to act like I'm some kind of professional broadcaster guy. I work a full-time job. I got to squeeze gaming, my girlfriend, and everything else into that podcast. Well, it gets whatever time I can find. So. And if you guys, I hope you guys appreciate that. Because come on, guys, we're doing this for free. I mean, doesn't mean I should deliver a shitty show, but that also means, hey, it is what it is, and I'm not trying to hide it. So that's all there is to it. But anyway, looks like, well, actually, it's over at Kotaku.com and Kotaku.com. My God, I'm slurring my words, man. Drunk. I'm fucked up, man. But they say that Grand Theft Auto 5 will be set in Los Angeles, and it may star multiple characters, and that's actually based off of the fact that the PSP games and like episodes from Liberty City and Ballad of Gay Tony and all that other crap. You could actually play the game as different characters and explore the world even deeper. So that's really cool, and and obviously like Rockstar is probably going to take that same approach. Like they're going to except not make it all DLC like and just actually put it all together. 'Cause that may as well just been an experiment. Like, hey, what if we do this? So that really does seem promising. And I have another article here that's actually pretty funny. It's over at crap, I lost it. Well, I'll get it back in the show notes. I already read it. Apparently, it's going to be set. Apparently, by the splash screen or whatever, the way that the 5 is written, and it's got like the green kind of money color, and the way that 5 looks, the Roman numeral 5 with the 5 going across it like that and everything, they said that's based off of a $5 bill in the 1800s. And LA kind of, I'm pretty sure, people were in LA, in the 1800s. I think that's right around when the city got founded. And there was a lot of scum and debauchery going on back then, because all the gold miners and stuff. So, who knows? It might make sense. That might be a good connection right there. It's a pretty good conspiracy theory, and I really liked. It was like really cool to see that article. People just putting 2 and 2 together. It might just be complete. It might just be complete. Coincidence, but who knows? And it's also been said that Red Dead Redemption's already been out, and it's like, why would they do that again? Well, Red Dead Redemption sold really well. Why not do it again, People like that game, and we've already played enough modern games, That's sort of just how the trends work. I mean, like, I remember the World War II days and first-person shooters. That's all you could play is World War II, and that's when I got out of them, because I'm just like, God damn it, I don't want to play with bolt-action rifles and these old machine guns. I want to use rockets, and I want to use, like, laser-guided missiles and fly, like, really fast airplanes and stuff, and jets. So, yeah, I kind of got out of it. Anyway, guys, over at develop-online.net, I guess they just call themselves Develop. I don't know much about this site. I don't really. Seems like this is an industry site, and I try to steer clear from these. But this is also a good place to go with some information like this. And that is Sony Studios begin PlayStation 4 projects. It seems that they're working on the this is kind of like a little bit of a confirmation that PlayStation 4 is on the way. And this comes from the actual game developers. They're starting to ratchet up production, and they're actually looking into making some PS4 games. We're obviously not going to hear anything concrete until E3 of the year that it's going to come out, or the year after it's going to come out. Let's say in E3 2012, we'll probably get a November release of 2013 for the console. Because if they told us right now and the thing's going out in 2013, their console sales are going to fucking nosedive. And the only way to actually sell them would be to cut the price even deeper, and that'll just cut into their profit margins. And that just won't be good business. So they're going to postpone telling us as long as they can, because they still got to sell those things, They're still going to make money. They are a business. So I don't know, but it's good to see that, I'm seeing these hints and these clues about new consoles out there right now, because I don't know, playing Battlefield 3, the game looked beautiful and everything, and because I played it with the high-res texture pack, and the game looked great, don't get me wrong, but it really looks like, they're pushing really hard to get all this performance out of these things, and, even though the game looked pretty, and it still came with a lot of limitations. It was only at 30 frames per second. The maps had to be smaller. You couldn't get the full 64-man, experience. So there was still a lot of consequences. There were a lot of compromises to make that happen, and it's like a slap to the face when I see these other articles out there saying, oh, they should just slow down. Look at Battlefield 3. Look at Gears of War 3. Look at Uncharted 3. Look at Killzone 3. Look at all these games that look so great. I'm like, well, those are single-party games, and yeah, but most of those games play at 30 frames per second, and there's still a lot of drawbacks and limitations in those games. They're still budgeting. They're still, working within the confines of the actual hardware until, and that's still like I'm sorry, but compared to PC, that's great. It's impressive, but it could get a lot better. So I really do think there needs to be some new hardware out there. And I know a lot of people really can't afford to go out and buy new hardware because these consoles aren't cheap, and especially the new ones. The new one's going to cost a fortune. It's probably going to be a while before I pick one up, because I'm getting more and more back into PC because with just with Steam sales and all this other crap, and there are actually developers out there that are actually taking more of an initiative to come back to the PC. Through Gabe Newell and the guys at Steam that, they're actually using a model that actually works. It's like, look, just the random Steam sales. I mean, that really does work. It gets the hand. People will actually buy the game if you just sell it a little bit cheaper. If you just put it on sale. I bought games I still haven't played yet. Just because it was like $5. I'm like, $5, man. I don't give a shit. Damn, it's... I mean, think about it. If you went to Walmart right now and saw, the complete collection of Grand Theft Auto for, was it $12? Would you buy it? I was in a CompUSA today, and I bought... I bought a GeForce 220 because it was on sale for $20. And I'm using it now for PhysX, for NVIDIA PhysX, whatever, because just so I could play Arkham City with all that money and shit flowing around and all those stupid special effects, just so I could do that. That's the only reason I did it. I'm like, fuck it, $20, man. That's a good deal, right? $20, why not? Why not? So, yeah, I went ahead and did that. The guy actually gave me kind of a funny look. He's like, so, what are you going to use this for? I'm like, oh, PhysX card. He's like, oh, okay. Like, no, this ain't going to be my main graphics card, man. That'd be kind of silly. But, yeah, we'll see. And with that, I got another article from Develop. Sources point to a 2013 launch for Xbox Next. Several projects have been underway for the new Microsoft system. Microsoft and industry partners were working towards a 2013 launch for the next generation Xbox, Develop understands. Multiple sources across the industry, from processor chip manufacturers to middleware firms, told Develop that they expect the console to be fully unveiled at E3 2013, months before its release. I don't think so. I think they're going to do it at E3 2012. I don't know about announcing something and then just that's maybe they will. I don't know. Maybe they will. That's just kind of cutting a little close. But maybe that's why I'm just doing a podcast and I'm not actually working in the industry. I don't know. Few in the games business expect the Xbox Next to be in stores before the holiday side of 2013. The Christmas and the Next will probably or likely see Microsoft marketing software for Xbox 360, Windows Phone, and its Kinect motion controller. Yeah, that could be it. Because they actually there was some hoopla about Windows 8 actually being able to run like Xbox 360 games and whatnot, because you can actually play your Xbox games on your Windows PC instead of Xbox. and they already sort of have that integration now with Windows Live. Like, I don't know how it's been. I don't really own very many games that are Windows Live, and I never really paid any attention. But like when I was playing Arkham Asylum, I was using an Xbox 360 controller, and I hit the home button on the Xbox, and it's like it went, I popped up a little dashboard, and I'm like, what the fuck? It was kind of crazy, and I signed in with my gamer tag, and I saw my friends on Xbox Online, and I was like, this is kind of cool. I like this. So maybe they're just going to take it a step forward and just do that, which is kind of silly because I got a perfectly good computer. Why don't I just play a perfectly good game? I don't want to play console port on my computer. That's just blasphemy. But maybe some of you guys out there, or some of the people out there, they can't quite afford a beastly gaming rig, and they just would rather have one thing. They'd rather just have like a PC, like a Best Buy computer or something. So that's actually a good move. And this is just my ADD clicking it. I'm just like talking about random stuff. Segue after segue after segue. But I think that'd be a really good move, man, because that way people can actually have a decent PC. Not like anything that just, it's not anything that like knocks their socks off, but they can still play Call of Duty with their friends, and they can still have a PC at the same time. They don't have to have both, and they don't have to, I don't know. Sounds like a good idea. Good talk. Oop, hit my microphone. And over at Eurogamer.net, I'm just... the only reason I'm actually reporting on this because I'm just it's like these stories are just, I don't know, they're this is turning into South Park with fucking PS3. It's like dun, 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 dun. Oh, the PS3 has been hacked once again. I mean, this is getting ridiculous, man. So apparently, similar to it's a dongle hack, a USB dongle hack called JB2, and it's mainly just so you can fucking play, hard drive games on your. It's mainly just a pirate game. It's not really so much to, like run Linux or anything like that. And that's my fundamental problem with these people out there that are like, hacking. I wouldn't even say hacking. They're just, cracking their PS3s or whatever. I wouldn't even call it cracking. I mean, that's insulting crackers. And crackers are much more, crackers are the guys you really got. Those are the guys that really fuck things up. Hackers are one thing. Hackers just like to break into things. No, I think hackers are... I'm getting old. I'm forgetting nowadays. Crackers are the guys that like break into computer systems, and I think hackers just like to fuck shit up. I think that's how it works, right? Like black hat hackers like to fuck shit up. White hat hackers like to make sure people can't fuck shit up, and the guys in the middle just they're just like whatever. They're like, yeah, just give me some money. But I'm getting just so fed up with this shit because like I think the whole thing with GeoHots was like, oh yeah, we want Linux on our PS3, man. We're gonna fucking hack it and stuff, man. Cause like run Linux and stuff, and you said on the box that I could run the Linux, and now I can't run the Linux no more because I ran a fucking update, and you took my Linux away. They took our Linux, And I'm sorry, but like, y'all can't pull the fucking wool over my eyes. I know exactly what's going on. It's just a perfect like skate. It's just that whole Linux thing is just it's some bullshit martyr excuse to just be a white knight about running, running burned copies of games and cheating in Call of Duty because, like, I don't care. I'm sorry that you lost Linux support, but splitting open the encryption for PS3 just opened the floodgates for all the fucking 12-year-olds to run their stupid goddamn infection lobbies in Call of Duty. And I say Call of Duty because that's about the only game people actually hack because it's the most popular one. So, your fight to get Linux back on PS3, and I understand they fucking. I don't even think but like 1% of the actual community actually utilize that. And if you're that desperate for a Linux PC, you could go on eBay and just buy an old shitty laptop that'll probably run just as fast as the PS3 will run Linux, and not have to worry about all this bullshit, and not have to sit here and hack the goddamn firmware or whatever. Like, yeah, there were some server clusters out there. Like, there was some, I think, like NASA and the Air Force or whatever used PS3s because they were a cheaper alternative to actual computers because the processing power was pretty good. Processing per dollar or whatever, like flops per dollar, was actually at a better ratio to use PS3. So I feel bad for them, but that's about it, really. I mean, if you gotta like buy a PS3 to have a PC, then you just have issues, and you're just not prioritizing you just got really bad priorities, and you're just looking for an excuse to flip over cars and fucking throw rocks into storefronts and steal shit, because that's how people are, man. Everything's well and good until, like, there's just a little bit of a riot going on, and then we just want to go outside and fucking loot. Doesn't matter why, Like during that the Rodney King riots, like, people just lost their fucking minds. I understand, like, that was a terrible that was absolutely fucking terrible, but don't take it out on on flying mics, TVs, and VCRs, man. He didn't do anything wrong. Why the fuck are we looting his store? Why are we beating people up? I'm sorry. But that's how people are, and it's the same thing with, these dumb shits out there fucking cracking the encryption and everything on their PS3s. They just want to take it out on the rest of the law-abiding world that Sony fucked you over. I'm sorry. But you know what? The rest of us out here don't deserve to be sucked into your little neckbeard war, Get over it. Buy a goddamn computer. God. It's not like they're infringing any of your rights or anything. Yeah, they did something fucked up, man. A lot of companies do shit that's fucked up, Why don't you take some of that initiative, Let's take some of your first world problems that you're so up in arms about that you can't contain it within yourself. You just gotta do something, man. You gotta hack the planet, Why don't you take all that? Why don't you actually, try to do some good with, go out there and vote. Go to town meetings. Do something productive. Go volunteer at a hospital. Use all that angst and anger, and try to make the world a better place instead of fucking the whole world over, fucking all of us over because you can't have fucking Linux on your stupid PS3, which is the biggest bullshit fucking excuse I've ever heard in my life for doing that shit, because 95% of you motherfuckers are just using that as an excuse, and I'm done, and I'm walking away from that. I'm sorry, I'm just really angry. Oh, God, I'm sorry. It's just the biggest crock of shit I've heard in my entire life, and I just can't stand it. And I'm sorry I swear a lot, guys. It's just when I get angry, I swear, and if you can't handle that, just, that's fine. There's plenty of other podcasts out there. Go to podbean.com. Look up KB Mod. You can also look up Spawn Trap. Painkiller Already. Don't Revive Me Bro. Those are the guys I would suggest. I'm secure enough in my I'm secure enough in myself to know. Besides, I got an explicit tag on my podcast, so yeah. I just didn't put it there because I felt like it. But you can check those podcasts out. They're not as loud and F-bomby as I am, but feel free, and hey, it's good knowing you. Anyway, over at PCGamer.com, Battlefield 3's Patrick Bach. The biggest benefit on the console is that we're leading it on PC, and amen to you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for leading this game on PC. I really do appreciate that, guys. And I don't know if I'm pretty sure none of you out there in EA land are listening, but there's one guy right here, right in this room, that really appreciates the time and effort you guys put into this game, and leading it on PC, because it was starting to lose hope for a little while. And he backs this statement up by saying, the fact that we used the PC as our primary platform has pushed the console version to the limits, because it's like, all right, we're not going to make any compromises, but if we do, we're going to make the least amount as we can, because and they really they were challenged to make this game excellent on console. They did the best they could, and they did that because they had such a high standard to live by, that was on the PC version, and now with this, this is what we get, and the game is great on console. Like I said that from the get-go when I played the beta. Flickering and the floor eating me, put that out of the question. Or just set that aside. The game's fucking great. The game's absolutely great. When quizzed on whether or not Battlefield 3 could have more than 64 players on the map, Bach said, quote, "Games are all about having fun. It's not about doing the most you can do. If we can jump 2 meters, then it must be better to jump 4 meters. Nah, not so much. 64 players is kind of the maximum where it's still fun and you can still control the battlefield. It's like I can understand where I got shot from and why." I guess there are some times where you get shot and you're like, who the hell just shot me? But that's the fun thing about Battlefield. Over at the Escapist. Oh God. Oh man, hold on. I need to and just need to center myself, because I'm gonna try not to rage, because that's 2 rage sessions in one podcast. That's enough. I don't want to have a third, but we might have another. We might go critical mass here, man. I'm a really not. If you haven't noticed, guys, I'm a real laid-back guy. I am really relaxed. I'm very mellow. I'm cool to be around, but I have explosions. I get very angry, and then I explode. And then after that, I just kind of relax. It's passion. It's never anger. It's passion. It's always passion. I'm a very passionate person, and what I say and what I do. But bearing that in mind, let's move on into this. Here we go. Modern Warfare 3 dedicated servers leave out the leveling up. Unsurprisingly, server admins are the kings and queens of Modern Warfare 3's dedicated servers. Infinity Ward has revealed that dedicated servers for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 will be unranked, so PC players wanting to level up are going to have to choose between experience points and a superior playing experience. I'm trying. Writing on the Call of Duty community site, Infinity Ward's Robert Bowling answered a number of questions about the PC version of the game. One of these questions was whether or not dedicated servers were ranked. As you might have guessed, the answer was no. It's not all bad, though, because server administrators could have full control over weapons and unlocks are available. So if you find the right server, you might not need to level up. I'm guessing that Infinity Ward... This is still the article talking, by the way. I'm guessing that Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, and Activision are trying to manage cheating in the game with this move. Something that has been a continual bugbear in the Call of Duty series. They are inevitably going to have some people disappointed by this news. That's disappointed is such a small word in the comparison to although I really feel. And it does seem that dedicated servers in Call of Duty never quite mix properly. What? The game ran... What? Really? Escapist? This game ran fine. COD 4 runs fine. Black Ops, aside from it being a shitty console port, I never had problems with dedicated servers. I don't know where you're coming at with that. I'm starting to get angry already. I'm getting angry at the article. The post has plenty of... it really doesn't have any more information about the PC version, because after I read that, I just turn red and want to fucking throw my monitor through the window and fucking drive over to California and just find whoever made this decision and put his head between my ass cheeks and blow dysentery all over his face. Yeah. I don't have dysentery or anything, but that's when I do wish I had dysentery. That makes me so mad. I wish I was in a... I don't know. I'm not going there. But, all right, so let me just repeat that again For you PC gamers out there, just so you can get a little more upset. What all this means is that if you want to rank up in Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, you're going to have to play on that shitty IWNet, peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer works okay on console. That's really actually the source of all the fucking problems, is peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer is the worst goddamn idea they've ever thought. I mean, it's terrible. It's so easy to cheat on peer-to-peer. In fact, when I played Modern Warfare 2, the first lobby I got in, I went to level 70 immediately. Like, I was level 1 when I walked in, level 70 when I left. A couple lobbies later, I was playing thermonuclear warfare. That game wasn't even supposed to be in the game in the first place. And then I played this other game type where, like, you had to, like, find the VIP or something. And, like, the red box would just follow him all through the map. It would just, like, clip right through walls and everything, And there was a zombies mode that was crazy. I don't know why they didn't put that one in the game. That was actually a lot of fun. And it was like a month or two after the game came out. And there were people running aimbots and shit, and it was terrible, man. It's absolutely fucking terrible. And they actually have the gall to come out and, and just say, yeah, we got dedicated servers now. Yeah. You can't rank on them or anything. I mean, all of this hype, all of this assurance that we're going to get dedicated servers, and they just do this. Do they even realize, do they even listen to the PC guys out there? Do they even give a do they even care? I don't think they care. They're probably just mad because we pirated the shit out of that game Modern Warfare 2 with Ultra IWNet. And the reason why Ultra IWNet came around is so people that can actually play this game on dedicated servers. Most of us, I play on Ultra IWNet. I own Modern Warfare 2, so I don't really consider that pirating. I am downloading a pirated version of the game, but I also bought the game, and I'm playing one copy of it at a time. I have a license for a game, so I don't really... Theoretically, that's not pirating, is it? I paid full price for it. I bought the DLC, man. I don't know why I bought the deal. Oh, it was on Steam sale. That's why I bought it. But, it's just terrible. Fucking Activision. I love Call of Duty, man. I really do. But I'm just have to play it on Xbox, man, because this shit ain't gonna work. Peer-to-peer on PC is terrible. It's kind of hard to hack on console. It's not impossible, but it's challenging, to say the least. It actually takes some effort to hack on console. To hack on PC, I just gotta, look up MW2 hacks, go into discussions over on Google, and just sift around for about 15 minutes, and I'll find one. That's all it takes. And there's plenty of fucking kids out there that just want to hack the game, and cheat because they're just, they're kids and they don't have any respect for each other because all they care about is themselves, and their version of fun is fucking everyone else over. So, yeah, PC version's ruined. Don't even buy it, guys. I'm telling you right now, don't buy it. Actually, let me take that back. If you buy it, then, I don't know, I'd personally wait till alternate IWNet comes out with, a new version, and then just play it on their dedicated servers, Actually, I don't know, would that work? I guess it doesn't work, because, well, shit. Maybe that's why they did it. They just... They solve the problem by making it worse. These guys are fucking idiots. This is what happens when a game studio is run by a bunch of fat, balding, most likely shady, hooker fucking, rich fucking investors. Same problem with, Microsoft. That's why they can't develop that's why they can't make a decent fucking console. And yeah, look, the Xbox 360 is nice and everything, but let me run down a couple things that I just really find an issue with. Even though 5 years ago, even though it was made 5 or 6 years ago, 256 megabytes of RAM, What the fuck, man? And 256 megabytes of RAM back when I was playing Quake 3 wasn't really that much. And that was a long fucking time ago. That was right around when the PS2 came out. Is that enough? I think it's 512 total. That's still not enough. RAM's fucking cheap. It has been for a long time. It's been a long time since those big earthquakes in Taiwan, guys. You could buy RAM pretty damn cheap. You know. God damn! Stop being, and that's just one. That's just one issue. Another issue I have. Why is it? Why is it on the bottom of this piece of shit? I have to plug in my goddamn headset wire, my controller. And what really drives me at the fucking wall? On my Xbox, there's 6 USB slots on my Xbox. What the fuck are they for? I can't plug a goddamn headset in there. Microsoft. You guys are Microsoft. You make drivers for Windows. You can't put sound drivers on your fucking Xbox. You can't do that. You're incapable of doing that. But you know why? Because the console was developed around a bunch of fat, stupid, disconnected bunch of fucking idiots that just want to make money. So when I need a new headset, and I broke my headset, by the way, when I need a new headset, I have to jump through hoops to get something. I have to buy one with optical sound or whatever. What was it called? That Toshlink. I have to get one with Toshlink. You know, that core, that fiber optic cable that when you plug it in, it's like red light. But my PC, I have a headset that uses USB. You guys make Windows software. Look, I get I understand like the silly little headset gimmick where you can actually communicate with it. That's fine. Leave it on the controller. I don't mind. But can we just plug in a goddamn USB wire into our Xbox and just use that? I mean, you already paid for the USB permissions and patents and all that other crap. Why don't you use it? You make drivers for Windows. Fucking utilize them. You know, I just every day I wake up. I mean, I don't know. It's just that slow realization I'm coming to that the gaming scene is dying because it's run by a bunch of bald motherfuckers sitting behind mahogany desks, and they don't give a shit. They don't listen to us. And this article right here, this escapist article I'm reading about fucking dedicated. That's it. That's proof. Right there. Writing's on the wall. Game's over, guys. Party, everything's done. It's over. It's over, guys. Let's just all go home. Let's go outside and play football or something, man, because this is bullshit. And this is the beginning of the end. I'm telling you, it's the beginning of the end. I don't know. There's companies out there like DICE that are really trying, but they're just going to get stepped on. Because nobody cares. Nobody cares. They've already made their opinions, Battle log. Game's completely invalidated because of battle log. Why does anyone give a shit? Why does anyone care about the game anymore? No, it's just battle log. Fuck it. I should have a server browser. Because I'm Johnny Pee-Pee Pants, and I've been playing on PC supposedly since the early 90s, when that's complete bullshit. Because when these people actually start talking, and I pick up on these nuances and these people that complain, I can tell like their actual experience when they're when they're talking about hardware and stuff like that. It all makes sense, when they're talking about their experiences and it all makes sense. When I check out the YouTube channel, and see that things just make sense. So these guys, I don't know. I don't know. Well, anyway, guys, oh my God, I'm sorry I've been so negative. It's got to happen, I got to get it out, and I just got to tell you, I tell it like it is, guys. Love it or hate it, this is the information that comes out of me, untapped, unfiltered, unedited. It's how I do things. You know, and I know I got some fans out there, and I know you guys appreciate that, and you really like it. And I want to thank all of you for listening, you know, and enjoying my podcast, because there's just so much BS out there that I got to jump into the fray, and I got to actually, you know, set the record straight. And that's what my podcast is really all about. And it's also about gaming, you know. It's about having fun. It's about connecting with other people, and you know, just spending our free time inside, you know. Nothing wrong with that. But, yeah, that's it for this week, guys. I'm going to go play some more Battlefield 3. I'm going to try to chill out, maybe take a Xanax or something, because I think I need one. But it's been good talking to you guys, and I'll see you next week. I haven't really picked out a day when I'm trying to do it routinely, so when I do, you know, I'll let you guys know. But as always, you can find me at YouTube. My channel there is Dirk Deadeye, and you can also find me at Twitter at Dirk Deadeye. My Twitter name is also Dirk Deadeye. That's where you can find me. Just Dirk Deadeye. Just look up Dirk Deadeye. DIRKDEADEYE. Kind of like a penis, you know? Dirk Deadeye. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, guys, good talk. And as always, guys, happy gaming. Go out there and play some Battlefield 3, you know? And if you're not into that, go check out Steam. Maybe there's a good summer sale. And if you're not into that, then, I don't know, go masturbate or something. But I'll see you guys next week. Catch you later. Peace.